So for those that don't know, right now we're in the middle of Black Ops 3's dry season. Honestly, the game is getting really stale, and because of that, a new trend has arisen. People are actually creating custom camos for weapons in Black Ops 3. For those that don't know, a couple of years ago, I want to say 3 years ago now, Black Ops 2 was of course in its prime, and back then we were presented with a ton of personalization packs. Same thing goes for Call of Duty Ghosts, by the way. Like, we got a lot of really good looking camos during Call of Duty Ghosts' life cycle, and for some reason they decided not to continue doing that. I think we've been given one personalization pack this year, which was actually a Veterans personalization pack, or something that has something to do with the Call of Duty Endowment, if I'm not mistaken. I actually bought that one, I believe, $2.99, something like that. Normally speaking, these personalization packs are either $1.99 or $2.99. I know that some of you find it absolutely crazy that you would pay money for an in-game camo. However, I personally really like it if my weapons look super flashy, if they stand out a lot. And currently in Black Ops 3, the closest thing you can get to that actually looks good is the Dark Matter camo. Now, I do have Dark Matter, however, after using that for a couple of weeks, that camo too gets a little bit stale. And then, of course, you've got the Storm camo, which is somewhat decent, Monochrome, which is somewhat decent, but I feel like we could do with some new camos, let's put it that way. Anyway, so this trend, of course, wasn't started by me. I think I10Kid started this, I want to say about a week or so ago. So I'll make sure to put a link to his video in the description down below. Be sure to check it out. He actually came with some pretty cool ideas. I'll try not to steal any of them. With that being said, let's get to it. Now, just a quick disclaimer, my Photoshop skills aren't what they used to be, for the simple sake that I've been doing the exact same thing pretty often for the past year or so. So cut me some slack. Anyway, so first things first, we have a pretty simple camo. This is actually the Digital Urban camo. This was, if I'm not mistaken, featured in Modern Warfare 2. I absolutely love this camo for the simple sake that it's kind of simple, but the thing is, this camo looks good on every single weapon in the game. And then, if I'm not mistaken, someone over on Facebook, let's see, Manuel Mutter actually told me to make the red digital camo from Modern Warfare 3. Now, I don't actually remember this camo. I didn't play Modern Warfare 3 much, but obviously changing this camo to a red digital camo is a matter of a click of a button. And then you've got this one right here, which also looks somewhat decent. Personally, I prefer the Digital Urban camo, but it all comes down to personal preference. Anyway, so next up we have a Black Ops 2 inspired camo, and this is of course the Graffiti camo. If I'm not mistaken, this was one of the first personalization packs that dropped back in Black Ops 2. Like I said before, like 3 years or so ago. Obviously, I'm not too creative, I'm not too artistic, so I can't really put together a cool graffiti camo, but I'm pretty sure that the folks over at Treyarch could do that for us. And the cool part about these camos is that they're really colorful, they're really bright, really flashy, and quite frankly, I think that's something a lot of us want. And this would look fantastic in thumbnails. I always put weapons in the thumbnails for the simple sake of, like, that's the gun I'm using in that video. So this would look pretty great for that, so let's hope that Treyarch takes everything into consideration. Anyway, so next up, we have an old favorite. This is actually the Fall camo from Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 is actually the first Call of Duty I put a lot of time into. Like, we're talking like 30 days played or something like that, maybe even more. Could be like 35, 40-ish. But basically, the Fall camo is the most difficult camo to unlock in Modern Warfare 2, and I personally think it looks great for the simple sake that, once again, it features bright colors. And in this case, we've got some orange in there, which is actually not too common for camos in any Call of Duty game, if I'm not mistaken. So that would, of course, be nice if they could bring that one back. Now, next up, we have a Sapphire camo. I personally wanted to go for a red topaz camo, like an emerald camo, but green doesn't look too great, or at least I don't think so. Plus, it looks very similar to the weaponized 115 camo, and I've got a red version of Dark Matter camo coming up shortly. So obviously, I had to go with a different camo, so I decided to look up some pictures of sapphires, throw them together, and I created this one right here. Personally, I don't think it looks too bad. They do have to work on this one a little bit though. I feel like this one would look great if they made it kind of similar to, let's say, the Afterlife camo from Black Ops 2. That camo was kind of like 3D-ish. I'm not too sure how to explain it to you, but the camo itself was pretty simple, but that effect made it look really freakishly cool, so hopefully they could do the same for this one. Anyway, so next up we have a camo that a lot of us have been asking for years, and that's of course the Carbon Fiber camo. There was actually a camo like this back in Black Ops 2, but for some reason they decided not to bring it back. And the thing is, a Carbon Fiber camo is great for a lot of different weapons, just because by default they're usually grey, right? Or like dark grey, light grey, something along those lines. And a Carbon Fiber camo simply adds more textures to every single weapon in the game, making them look a little bit more slick, a little bit more clean, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of us would love to see a camo like this once again return to Call of Duty. Anyway, so next up we have a red version of the Dark Matter camo. Now, like I said before, at the moment, the Dark Matter camo is getting kind of stale. We've seen it all before. I'm pretty sure that every single person out there that wanted to get their hands on this camo has gotten their hands on this camo by now. And it's time for them to mix it up a little bit. Now, we've already seen different versions of the Dark Matter camo in the Zombies map that Eisendrache, if I'm not mistaken. Now, obviously, I don't put much time into Zombies, so I wouldn't really know anything about this. But if I'm not mistaken, there's a red version of Dark Matter camo, a green version, a yellow version, and a blue version of the Dark Matter camo on that Zombies map. And quite frankly, I feel like they should add that into multiplayer. Like, give us some extra challenges to unlock these camos, for the simple sake that that would also, once again, give us something to grind for, which would definitely help, especially with the dry season that Black Ops 3 is in right now. And it would give us some more customization options, which is never a bad thing. Now, with that being said, let me know in the comments down below what type of camos you would like to see in Black Ops 3. And then I'll make sure to create some of these in Photoshop and show them to you next week. With that being said, if you enjoyed this video, some supports, a like rating would be very much appreciated. If not, that's cool. I'll make sure to link Treyarch's Twitter in the title. Now, basically what this does, every single time that one of you likes this video, it'll be sent to their Twitter account. With a bit of luck, someone over at Treyarch will actually check out this video and maybe take some of these camos into consideration. That'd be great. I would love to spend some more money on camos, alright? Honestly, I wouldn't mind that. With the amount of DLC that we've been getting over the past few years, a personalization pack or two isn't gonna hurt them in any way, shape, or form. And then finally, if you want to, you can also follow me on Twitter, or Facebook, or Instagram. You can find all those links in the description. And nowadays, I'm also on Snapchat. If you want to add me over there, it's ByT on Snapchat. Just on my YouTube channel. And then as always, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for the continued support. And I will catch you in the next one. Take it easy.